Hey, what's up everyone? It's your girl Naia, and today we're diving into something that's got me all kinds of hyped. We're checking out a video called AI Learns to Run Faster Than Usain Bolt from cozmouz. Like seriously, are we really about to watch a robot outpace the fastest human on the planet? I can already feel the shockwaves. I mean, I can barely run to the fridge without losing my breath, and now we've got AI flexing its muscles. This is gonna be wild. So grab your snacks, settle in, and let's see if this AI can actually outrun the legend himself. And hey, if you're loving the vibes, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for all the crazy reactions coming your way. Let's go.
It's 2009, and Usain Bolt is about to run 100 meters in only 9.58 seconds. A world record unlikely to be broken ever again. Until today.
That's a bold statement. Usain Bolt set the bar so high that it feels like a superhuman feat. The idea that someone might break that record is wild. It's like saying someone could outrun a robot. Good luck with that.
This is an artificial intelligence, a ragdoll controlled completely by an AI. Let's check if it works. At the moment, our AI is untrained and naive. So let's fix it. This is a test running track measuring precisely 100 meters. Our AI is going to be training here for thousands of hours and episodes. But before we do that, let's get to know our AI. Our ragdoll weighs 70 kilos and is 6 foot tall. Inside its head is something called a neural network. Think of it as some mathematical formula which roughly mimics how the brain functions. To train this neural network, we give it inputs, which it then processes into outputs. Since we are training an AI to run, we're gonna give it complete control over all of its joints. The Euler angles of each joint is extracted and arranged into a vector, which is then...
This is getting technical. The idea of using Euler angles to control a ragdoll's movements is fascinating. It's like giving the AI a skeleton to dance with. I can't wait to see how it all comes together.
Which is then fed into the neural network as inputs. Since we have a total of 16 joints, we will need a decently large network. Besides the input and output, there are hidden layers. The number of hidden layers and nodes is what determines the IQ of the AI. 256 should be enough. Now, this may seem like a lot of brain cells, but in reality, it's only about 10% of the neurons in a jellyfish, which in turn has only about 0.00001% of the neurons in a human. Now that I've explained how dumb our AI is, let's talk about rewards. Since we're using a reinforcement learning algorithm, we need to define a reward function. This incentivizes the AI to behave a certain way. Bolt's average speed during the record-breaking 100-meter race was about 10.4 meters per second. To beat this, the AI needs to run at least 11 meters per second on average.
Wow, that's a serious target. The AI has to step up its game to beat Bolt's legendary speed. It's like telling a toddler to outrun a cheetah, no pressure, right? I'm curious to see how they plan to train it for that.
So we set this as the target velocity and reward the AI for how closely it matches this speed. As the current velocity of the AI approaches 11, the reward approaches 1. As the AI deviates away, the reward approaches 0. This should encourage our AI to run fast. To make sure the AI runs in a straight lane, a small reward will be given for facing forward. Now that we have defined the reward function, there's only one thing left to be done. Let's get to training. So what has our AI learned? Let's see.
Finally, we're getting to the results. I'm super curious to see how the AI has progressed. Did it actually learn to run, or is it still just flailing around like a toddler on roller skates? Let's see what it's got.
Let's see if it can now beat Usain Bolt.
Control and domination. That's the goal of all powers.
Usain Bolt absolutely zips away while our AI faceplants itself onto the ground, struggling to.
Oh no, that's a major faceplant. Watching the AI struggle like that is both hilarious and a bit sad. It's like it's trying to run, but forgot how to use its legs. This is definitely not the Olympic debut it was hoping for.
To find meaning in life. So what's wrong? The AI seems to have developed a unique stride, very similar to a zombie. There is
A zombie stride? That's both hilarious and a little creepy. It's like the AI is channeling its inner Indeed while trying to sprint. I can't believe it's running like it just crawled out of a grave. This is a whole new level of training.
There is one dominant leg while the other barely drags along. This is a severe bottleneck preventing the AI from running faster, and it needs to be fixed. So how exactly do we force our AI to use both of its legs? Well, randomization. We will now use a special cubic training environment. The ragdoll's orientation will be randomized every single episode. A cube will be randomly spawned around the area, which the AI has to face towards to earn rewards. This means the AI has to face the cube and maintain a target velocity of 3 meters per second. The lower velocity will ensure more stable training. This environment will force the AI to twist and turn in various directions and hopefully use both of his legs. Our AI has successfully learned to use both of its legs.
Yes, finally, the AI is using both legs. That's a huge step forward. It's like watching a toddler take its first steps, awkward but so satisfying to see. I can't wait to see how fast it can go now.
If we now place our AI back into the previous environment, we can see that it's now walking properly. Since it now learned to use both of its legs, it won't forget it, and we can safely bump up the target velocity back to 11. However, before we resume training, few changes need to be made. There is now going to be a penalty for falling over. Usain Bolt is 6'5", while our AI is only 6 foot, so it's only fair to make our AI slightly taller. There is one last change to be made, and this is in the reward function itself. We are now going to penalize the AI for simply existing. Yes, you heard that right. A small penalty every single step. Imagine you are in a real-life maze and you have to escape. There is no time limit and you can find the escape route at your own pace. Sounds pretty simple, but now imagine the same maze with a serial killer placed behind you. You will be forced to run faster and find the escape route quickly and efficiently.
Whoa, that's a wild analogy. Adding a penalty for simply existing is a genius way to push the AI to perform better. It's like putting a fire under its feet. I can't wait to see how this changes its running game.
This is the idea behind the small penalty. It will force the AI to run fast and use its limbs efficiently. So in summary, our AI is now taller, there is a penalty for falling over, and also a penalty for existing. Let's get to training and see what our AI learns this time.
we go. I'm excited to see how the AI performs with all those changes. Will it finally give Bolt a run for his money, or will it still be tripping over its own feet? Let's find out. Alright, we're back to training. I'm really curious to see if the AI has improved. With all those tweaks, it better not be face-planting again. Let's see if it can finally keep up. Alright, Fim, that was a roller coaster ride of tech and giggles, wasn't it? We dove headfirst into this wild world where AI is out here trying to flex and break Usain Bolt's legendary record. Like, who even thought we'd witness a robot attempting to outrun the fastest human ever? I mean, I can barely keep up with my own Netflix binge watching. From the technical nitty-gritty about Euler angles to watching our ragdoll friend faceplant like it stumbled out of a club at 2 a.m., this was hilarious and kind of heartwarming at the same time. I loved how it was like watching a toddler learn to run, but with a side of zombie vibes, creepy yet so entertaining. Now, let's talk about my expectations. Did this AI actually learn to run, or was it still tripping like it just discovered gravity? Overall, it definitely stepped up its game, and I'm all here for that improvement. But like, was it enough to keep up with Bolt? I have my doubts, but that journey was worth every cringe and laugh. So, what's the final verdict? AI is getting closer, but it still has some stumbling to do before it can even think about catching up with that lightning bolt of a man. But shout out to Cosmos for this crazy ride, it was a blast. If you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and stick around for more insane reactions. You know your girl Naia's got plenty more wild content coming your way. Until next time, keep running towards those dreams hopefully without face planting.